What's going on, guys, and welcome to our channel, Cool Case Adventures. Your Central Florida family happens to be here at Universal Studios, and in this video we're going to take you around mainly to check out all the construction updates for Halloween Horror Nights. Yes, you heard it right. It is towards the end of June now, and we already have some construction updates.
That's insane.
Yeah, construction has been happening in preparation of Halloween Horror Nights. We're also going to take you around and point out any other updates that we see. Could be merchandise, could be in the store, but we're mainly going to focus on HHN. Are you ready for HHN?
I'm ready.
Or is it too soon like I like?
It's not too soon, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Whether you're ready or we're ready or not, Universal said, heck it, I'm moving forward.
We gotta get ready.
Anyway, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, Universal content, Disney, and even Halloween content, we highly suggest that you stick around because we have a bunch to show you. We also suggest that you
Subscribe
and smash that like button
if we're sharing any valuable content with you. Fam, are we ready?
Yeah.
Awesome, because I am. So what are we waiting on?
So let's go. But wait, Mom, hit the intro.
Mom, hit it. So Karen, before we actually move inside the park, let's check out all the updates in City Walk, and then we'll be back here in the park.
Sounds good.
As we happen to be here in City Walk, let's check out some of the updates happening around. And as we told you before in the last video, Starbucks have moved to the Universal Great Movie Escape because they're on the refurbishment. It's supposed to last a couple of weeks. Let's see how quick can they open this thing back up. Here at the Super Nintendo World Store in City Walk. Last time we showed you was the windows were covered because they had a major leak going through the pipe. I don't know if you guys can see it with the glare, but yeah, right now happens to be open. Let's see how long that lasts. It hasn't rained hard enough yet for them to test out if that thing is truly fixed, the leak that they had in there. So with time will tell, right?
Yeah.
And in case you didn't know where the Universal Great Movie Escape is located, basically the sign tells you right over there. Just go to the left side. We showed you in the last video as well. Here at the Universal Studio Store, we noticed maybe a couple of items that we haven't seen. I don't remember seeing this hat, right?
Yeah. For $29.
And also this blue shirt. The Amity Island welcomes you 50 annual regatta, July 4th through the 10th for $27. And while in City Walk, I want to take an opportunity to show you this construction that is happening by the Hard Rock Cafe and by the Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit, because it looks like it's the beginning of the construction for the new coaster, whatever they're going to do over there once they shut down Rip Ride Rockit. Now, it is important to focus on this construction for multiple reasons. These may actually affect Halloween Horror Nights. It got me wondering about that. We're going to talk more when we actually go inside the park because of the entrances of different haunted houses. Okay, so we're inside the park, Karen, back at it like a bad habit.
Yes. You are.
In the park?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that the park is a bad habit for me?
Yes.
I don't call this awesome world in here, Universal Studio, a bad habit. But folks, what we're looking for is lighting set up like that one.
Like that one right there?
Like that one over
Like
there.
Disney point?
Yeah, your point. Yeah, exactly. Like those one over there. Some of them are new, some of them are not. We're gonna be
Carlos will tell you which ones are new.
We're going to be talking about that soon, but before we do that, we're going to be talking about some other announcement, the latest announcement for the first original haunted house. And I'm going to tell you where it's rumored to be at.
Okay.
Hey Karen, earlier in the video, I basically said that I'm concerned about the construction happening right behind us here by Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit.
Right.
Because normally that affects the entrances of the hotel. The reason being is because this ride closes on August 18th. It used to be rumored September, and now they confirm it for August 18th. Now, if you look at it as it is, you already have some type of construction wall in there. Normally, this is the entrance of one of the original houses for the most part. Now, it is, for what I heard, the original house that is supposed to go to the studios back here, Studio 22, I believe is the first original house that it was announced. And that original house
Is
El Artista a Spanish Hunting, which it was announced on Spooky Empire. And we did a video of the panel, you know, the HHN panel on Spooky Empire and what they had to say and how they announced it. We show you some behind the scenes things that they actually showed us over there. So make sure that you watch that video. We put a link in the description on this video as well. But basically, it's about in 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moved into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. So it's a very, very interesting concept. A lot of the HHN fans who were there were super hyped.
it sounds fun.
But I understand that, but it will be very interesting. How are we going to manage the entrances over here?
They're gonna get very artistically and figure that out.
Right. That's for them to worry about, not for
Correct,
me,
not
right?
for
Now, we're also going to talk in this video where the location for the tribute store most likely be this year as well.
Right?
We'll show it to you later on in this video. Now, we happen to be here in the Music Plaza, Karen, because
Why?
a lot of the other houses happen in this area, between this area and that area back there, right?
Correct.
Now, all the studios are right behind us over here.
Correct.
One of the speculated houses that are to be here in the studios right behind us is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
Not officially announced yet as a house,
Unofficially, officially.
but kind of confirmed, not kind of, it was confirmed by John Murdy, not only on a tweet but also on an interview.
Okay.
But when they asked Michael, creative director for here in Orlando, he couldn't confirm it
Okay.
because the PR team was there. So he kind of said, you're going to see something similar. You're going to see the same thing that you saw during the movie. But again, there are construction going on over here. So the question is, how are we going to use this entrance? Now, I heard a really ugly rumor.
Ugly.
Because what is narrowing down to is that we're going to have multiple entrances and exit through that gate over there. And as it is,
That gets crowded.
that gate is super crowded. And we're talking about multiple entrances and exits. So again, more information to come later on. That's why you have to continue to watch our video, because we're going to continue to keep you updated. There's also rumored, like a rumor script out there of the different scare zones. So I'm going to share with you as we go along. However, remember, this is not yet confirmed by Universal.
All rumors.
All rumors. But there's a lot of leaks, man, going on.
There's a lot of rumors, but there's always truth to those rumors.
Right.
It's a little toasty out here.
It is a little bit toasty.
It's a little humid.
Now, Karen, we know that here in the Jimmy Fallon area, normally we do have an entrance
Yes.
of a house. Also, right over here in this section, we have two entrances. Now, supposedly, for the rumors that I'm hearing, nobody knows what's happening over here. This construction can continue. The other plan is that these walls will be knocked down, and instead of two houses, we may have one entrance over here, which that's what I'm saying, that one of the houses may get pushed over there, which is gonna make it very, very tricky. Also, not to make it so complicated, but I'm also hearing the rumor that the tribute store may not happen here in New York Street like it normally happens every year, not because of this construction as well. The plans continue, people continue to talk, the staff continue to meet about it. I was talking to a friend of ours and it's like that would suck because this is like a hub area, you know, this is where people kind of like, oh, let me see this scare zone in here. But at the same time, while I'm watching, like us, we've done it many times, while we watch what's going on over here, some of us tend to go to this store over here. And I quite honestly don't like HHN Tribute Stores in Hollywood as much as I love it here in New York. But there's a very strong rumor that the Tribute Store may not return here this year for HHN due to this construction that will be happening.
That's a bummer.
Now, folks, we are here in New York where normally we do have a scare zone, and we will have a scare zone. But according to some of the leak that happened over there, here's the rumor. What else are we supposed to have there, Karen?
It's called New York Moss. When a cargo truck carrying unmarked and unsafe materials hits a mafia car fleeing the scene of a bank heist, the streets of 1920s New York become grim for a mutant outbreak.
So, I like that whole...
I like the idea, actually.
It sounds like a gangsta kind of like
it's kind of cool.
creepiness going on over here. Perfect for New York. Again, rumor. This is has been confirmed, but it's been leaked a couple of times.
That sounds like fun.
Out there. Now, guys, there has been a lot of light trussing going around in the park, and we're gonna show it to you eventually. But we're also looking for lighting like that one now. Those have been installed there since last year. As a matter of fact, even that cable that left it for electricity since last year. So we will continue to point out anything that we see new, but we're getting there. We'll talk to you about the trusses once we get to that area. Now, I do have a question, Karen, for you. Did you watch our last video where Kyla and I came over here and did a construction update?
Of course.
Not a construction update, HHN update?
Of course.
You did?
Yeah. I was working though, so I wasn't listening.
What did I say that we'll go into this Fast and the Furious?
Somebody came to me and asked me a question at the same moment.
Okay.
So I couldn't really hear.
Bottom
and I didn't go back.
Bottom line, don't be a Karen. Make sure you actually watched our videos and also pay attention to it, because it was rumored, but now it has been confirmed because of bio reconstruct shots that we are going to have Jason the Friday the 13th. When Kyla and I came here on Friday the 13th before the announcement, we actually said, and I said it, Jason is going to be here.
You said it.
No, we said it because we looked at the tent and the facade and stuff like that, and Bio Reconstruct had already posted a couple of things. But back there, I'm going to put the image right now. There's an image of a yellow Volkswagen. And that yellow Volkswagen is used on one of the Friday the 13th movies. So it's parked right back there as we speak.
They have it as prop back there.
They have it.
Yeah.
Now we happen to be during the summertime, and they are having this poster over here. You know, this attraction will be closing approximately at 6 p.m. There's a reason for it, is because they're working on the house after 6 p.m. Now, in the last video I said this, and I have confirmed it with other team members. The plan is to keep this ride open during the day, but it will be closed at 5 p.m. once the HHN happens.
I mean, they can close it earlier.
I agree 300% with you.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, keep in mind the reason why I asked the question is because last year they shut it down completely.
So we're not gonna bother.
So as we happen to be inside the queue line, I just want to show you how this door has been completely shut. It's because they're actually working in there as we speak for that house. Normally, this is the main entrance to go to the house going this way. So now we happen to be here in San Francisco, which is another one of our scare zones. What do we have here, Karen?
In San Francisco, it's gonna be the party zone. Guests can dance, get pictures with OC characters, and enjoy the party down the San Francisco street. An undead DJ will be there playing live every night to keep the party going.
I mean, as a DJ myself, I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. But this section gets really crowded, so I don't know why they would put the DJ here
instead of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or New York.
Yeah.
So
I think that would have been a better.
So
and bigger space, because then the house comes out of here and this gets extremely crowded. And this is usually an area where they don't want people stopping.
Right. So I'm anticipating poor team members telling people to keep moving.
Yeah, so that's not where you want to put a party.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Remember, all this is part of the rumor.
Hopefully they'll move.
Hey, but you know what is not part of the rumor?
What's not part of the rumor?
I showed this in our last video. It's this truss that you can tell that literally was purposely put over here for Halloween Horror Nights due to the electricity. We talked about that, but most importantly, here comes the light trussing that I've been telling you about. And now is the part that as lighting and speaker enthused, I start to get geeking out, because these are definitely getting it ready for Halloween Horror Nights. Overnight, some of these truss lights a few days ago for the towards the end of the week, these started getting installed, and basically right across King Cross you will be able to find this set, and then we're going to continue to show you what's around over here in this area. Now it is super important, guys, to take 3 to 5 seconds of your life and do something simple, and what that is, Karen.
Subscribe.
And basically hit the like button. It takes 3 to 5 seconds of your life, I promise you. And we're gonna be he's gonna give you a fake bar for that.
Yeah. Subscribe, you get a fake bar.
Dang. Anyway, guys, so for more content like this one, man, it is free, totally free, if you want to actually subscribe and hit that like. If you want to help us further, because to cover some of the costs of these videos, you could also consider becoming a YouTube member. I think it's $4.99 per month. That will help us covering some of the expenses when we come here to the theme parks and try food and some of the things that we do around. As we walk in towards the back, Karen, here's a double update of things. Number one, double. Here, after you're walking out of Diagon Alley towards the back of the park, you will be able to find these trusses with more lighting over here. The other thing to update you about is the Amity Island restaurant that is finally looking more complete. They've been going on refurbishment now for like 5 to 6 months. Apparently they hire a company from Disney.
They must have, yeah.
Because it's taken them way too long.
You know, sometimes you gotta wait for greatness. So the bathrooms are gonna be great.
And what happened to Disney? I don't know about greatness in there.
We're talking about Universal.
Okay. Oh, dear nightmare fuel. Check this out. A truss set up back here. There have been reports that they're currently working on the stage for this year's show. The confirmed, unconfirmed Nightmare Fuel show that is coming back for this year. This is where they normally put the sign over there. You see the lighting pointing at the sign. You see the electrical already done. You see the other trusses in here. And those are the entrance, the trusses entrance for the house that normally people go through. And just to give you a closer look, this is how it looks now. Now, up to last year was the first time that the entrances of 2 houses was over here. It used to be next to the restaurant on the MIB where we used to have 2 houses, and last year they only had 1 house. So we don't know the setup for this year yet. At least it hasn't been confirmed, but they're having the trusses. Obviously, it says up to 3,000 pounds. So that's where they actually put the TV monitors on clamps and stuff like that.
Make sure that they're ready for any hurricanes that come this way.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Very
smart. I don't
smart.
think they've had those before. I don't remember them being.
That 3,000 pounds? You're right. I don't remember that. So, but there you have it.
They're getting smarter. Because last year they had to tear just about everything down.
Every year they had to do it. I feel bad for that team. Hey Karen, before we talk about the next excursion,
yes.
Halloween Horror Night actually tweeted today.
Tweet.
He goes like, who wants a spooky week? So either more announcement coming, or they're gonna be trolling us all week.
I mean,
that's how they are.
Pretty much.
But anyway,
they're good at that though.
We're here around Central Park. Karen, while we walk around here, what do we have?
So Central Park's gonna have cattails. Wrought iron gates block the entrance through Crook Lane, a long winding road leading to the cat lady's home. Legend has it she leads children down the lane to transform them into felines to add to her menagerie. That's creepy.
Interesting. But can you see something like that over here?
I can see it because it's dark. You know, cats are usually dumping everywhere. I can see it.
Okay. We kind of like, yeah.
I like the one
A bunch
for
of-
this year, actually.
Bunch of black cats.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot about this one by Cafe La Bamba. You have a total of 5 new trusses. Obviously no lights yet, but you have them right over here. Normally they have a stage around where we're standing right now, which is around this area. So interesting to see them already working on that.
They use this restaurant for.
Well, that's why they put one of the food locations where that gentleman is standing at. Here is another truss, but this time is by Central Park, as you can see. They normally do this kind of setup around here. Now here by Mills Drive-In, you're gonna have that light setup over there. That's actually called a spotlight, and it's pointing at this direction where they're gonna have the scare zone area. And now that we're in Hollywood, Karen, what do we have here for Hollywood for scare zone?
It's what I call the Palm. You've been invited to a Halloween masquerade where guests wear elaborated or legendary monsters. As the night deepens and the dancing intensifies, the masks fall away, revealing the true horrors beneath. They are vampires. Their predatory smiles glistening in the dim light, with their disguises discarded. They turn the soiree into a bloodthirsty hunt, and you're the prey. That sounds like fun.
I tell you what, I know we can continue to say these are rumored, but if they're rumored, it will be only a rumor. Will be sad because they kind of sound.
I like
cool.
that. If these are right, I kind of like it this year. I think even more than last year's.
So you're gonna have some kind of dancing going on over here with
and then they're actually gonna be turning into
the
vampires.
vampires. Why not?
Cool.
So we happen to be here at the 5 and Dime, and you guys may remember the mirror that you could buy for 20-some bucks. I think $25. They do have a gigantic that I have not seen before, made out of, it looks like plexiglass. And look at this size of for the icons or the main character of the houses. Can you imagine if they start selling that one?
Every year, they should.
Like
And then
this size?
You think maybe the icon's gonna go there?
I'm assuming. But that size, how much will people pay for that size? A good $200 if they have to? That's a pretty cool size though. No, I won. That for sure I won. But that's pretty cool concept though. All right, Karen, so we're here at the main entrance again where they will normally have an act, the first scare zone. And in around these areas where you will also look like a big truss and they have a stage on the top. But what do we have here?
It's gonna be called Ivy. It's in the garden of the conservatory. Eerie moments to a Halloween Horror Nights 34 stands a haunting tribute crafted by an unknown hand. Overgrown weaves through twisted structures and wrought iron fence, while large crowds circle ominously, adding even more dread to this chilling showcase of horrors. It seems like a lot for this.
It does, but one thing that we heard on the panel was the fact that you're gonna see a lot of the same kind of props and creation throughout the different scare zones. Kind of like what they did with the Oddfellow.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a lot of vines. You're gonna see gothic scenes. You're gonna see.
I feel like that would have been better for Central Park.
Right.
That would have made more sense there.
And it could be again. This is once again a speculation. And they did say that vines are coming. Kind of gothic scenes are coming. We may see some kind of gargoyles around.
That'd be cool.
So it's like it's gonna be throughout, where all the stories are gonna connect, kind of like what they did with Oddfellow.
I like Oddfellow year.
I don't know. Time will tell. Oddfellow so far has been one of my favorite years when it comes to scare zone because everything connected and it was so well done.
I liked it. My favorite time for the scare zones is when we first got here. Like the first year we came, I think when the Killer Clowns from Outer Space House was still here.
Oh yeah.
The scare zones, I like the scare zone the most. and especially that scare zone where it was like a whole bunch of like plastic surgery gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit that when they did Othello and they actually made everything connect,
It wasn't
made
my
sense.
favorite until like we saw everything that connected.
Right. Anyway, let us know in the comment down below. So far, are you excited?
So far, I think it sounds better than last year's.
Right.
Last year was kind of like.
Also, let us know what scare zones in the previous year was your favorite too. Alrighty, guys, so there you have it here from Universal Studios. I keep doing that to poor Kal-El. Where we ended up our day going to Starbucks. So if Kyla watches this video, she will not be happy to know that her prediction was not gonna come to fruition. But she did say, maybe because it's farther out now, I and Mom will slow down
That won't stop.
and stop us from getting our normal coffee when we come to Universal,
A
right?
little bit of a walk. It's worth it.
Anyway, so it is set up over here like we showed you at the great movie Escape. How was our visit today? Are you excited about Halloween Horror
I'm
Nights?
getting there, actually. I'm getting there.
How about you, Kal-El?
It's okay. I think the scare zones are gonna be better.
Doesn't count.
God, I love the teenagers, right? Always speaking the truth. It's okay.
I'm not gonna lie to them.
No, honest. Nobody's asking you to lie.
Lying is a sin.
I hope you have fun in this video, but sadly this adventure has ended. With that said, we have to remind everybody to
Subscribe.
And smash that like button above notifications.
and feel free to leave us a comment down below. Always remember to smile out, be great.
Be cool.
And stay out.
We catch you guys in our next adventure. Bye.
Boom.
See ya.
Bye.